Hi, I'm Kathy Barker from Software Solutions, and this is How Do We Collaborate Using Current Microsoft Tools Part 2. Be sure to watch Part 1. Let's have a look about collaboration with Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is basically providing a central hub for all team members to come to and work. It's a place where team members can collaborate and deliver and provide outcomes. It's where all the team files can be accessed and where chat history can be viewed, where a calendar can be reviewed and live events and more can be accessed. A team might be organised around a department, perhaps marketing or production, or it could be developed around geography, such as the Auckland team or the New Zealand team. It could be a temporary team or it could be a permanent team. For example, if it's a temporary team, it's usually a team that's been organised around a group and around a project that must be completed by a certain date. Members of a team are usually based on their skills or their role. When the work of the team is done, then usually the team is done, and a team can then be deleted. They can be created and deleted as and when they're needed, or they could be permanently in place. SharePoint. SharePoint is for managing documents. With SharePoint, I can work on document production. SharePoint offers specialized document features such as version control, security, search capabilities, document management, collaboration and co-authoring, and basically it's a storage solution for company files. Whenever we are storing documents and sharing documents, they will be stored in SharePoint. SharePoint is the file storage option for Office 365. You can access SharePoint directly from a SharePoint site or through Microsoft Teams or through Yammer or through the library in Office 365. Yammer. Yammer is for joining a community and collaborating. Yammer isn't designed around teams. It's designed around communities, which could be small, but are often very large. They're a community that have a common passion or a like-minded interest. They're not time-driven or limited, such as a project. And they're not focused on outcomes or deliverables. They keep going while the interest keeps going. Participation is almost always voluntary and not mandatory based on your role or your skill set. The community is fluid, joining while you're interested and leaving the community when you're not. The community is usually, and Yammer is usually well positioned for organization-wide communication. OneDrive for your personal documents. OneDrive is where you store all your personal files, unlike SharePoint, which is all your community or company files. These files are private to you, or you can share them indefinitely or for just a short period of time. And you can control whether the recipient that you share the file with can edit or can view the particular document. There's no need to set up a community to simply share a file. Just simply share your file from your OneDrive. OneDrive is also storage inside of SharePoint. When you store your file using OneDrive or SharePoint, it means it's backed up without any additional effort on your part, and it can be accessed and shared with other members of your team, your Office group, your SharePoint team, or easily within the Yammer community you belong to. Collaboration via Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams brings all of these tools together. All of those tools are brought together in a central hub. Teams are not meant to totally replace the existing collaboration tools. Instead, they're supposed to pull all of those tools such as SharePoint, Yammer, Office 365 groups, bring all of those together in a central location. Your documents are stored in the cloud, SharePoint, OneDrive, Dropbox, or Google Drive, but Teams is a central hub that pulls that cloud storage directly into that team so all members of that team can easily find and work with relevant files. In Microsoft Teams, you can put a File tab at the top so that everyone can co-author. They don't even have to open the file. It's just naturally there in that File tab. Microsoft Teams supports team calendars and auxiliary, ad hoc and scheduled meetings, live events, even recording and playing back those meetings. Microsoft Teams includes communication tools like direct calling and chatting. Microsoft Teams incorporates applications including Yammer, so you don't have to open up separate applications. You simply go to Microsoft Teams, your central hub, and you can access Yammer, OneDrive, SharePoint, all your files, calendars, everything you need to provide an outcome as a team, whether that team be a permanent team or a temporary team, whether that team be based on a geography, a department, or simply a small project. I hope that has helped this two-part series of videos to know what different tools are available to you, what each of those tools was designed to do, and how you can bring them together, predominantly using Microsoft Teams, and collaborate effectively